from Moses himself and from David in terms of how this was to be built, what they, in the long run, what they wanted this temple to look like. There was also a great deal of purpose to it. And of course, glory to God. I mean, there's no other purpose for making this aside from having a temporal home for God. Majesty and grandeur. Although this isn't ranked among the 7 ancient wonders of the world, and in some camps it is, certainly this was a magnificent building. There's a great deal of opulence here, just in terms of the overall wealth and the effort that went into construction. A dedicated force of 150,000 people, and the materials from a very large geographic area that all went into this for 7 long years to make this temple. That 150,000 people all working together, I think, is a great representation of what Masonry means to us. There is a great deal of unity here, and whether or not you're the master architect laying out the plans on the trestle board, or whether you're the person who's lighting the stones, everybody's here for the same purpose. And that's what I feel that we're doing. This is also something that created permanence. The whole process goes from wandering through the desert to here we have a camp, to here we have a temple. Philosophically, this is what Freemasonry is supposed to do for us. We're supposed to find ideas, play with those ideas, make them our own, and incorporate that into your own personal philosophy, your own daily living. You'll also notice there were no slaves involved in the construction of the temple. Somebody had asked me after I got done with this last time when I was giving it to Carol, whether or not an entered apprentice was considered a slave. I guess from what I found, no. There's, I guess you could say, a period of adventure there where you had promised your services to someone, but it wasn't something that you were doing against your will. Also, wisdom and perfection. A great deal of thought went into this, and I guess you could probably say perfection because it's probably the pinnacle of construction, or at least one of them. So where does this leave me, sitting down in Carroll, Iowa? Well, Masonry is a lifelong journey, and I think that I still have a great deal to do, and I think that we all do. One of my favorite quotes comes from it that happens to be here in Sioux City. A gentleman named Paul Ermack, who was a philosophy professor at Rite College. I think it was Philosophy of God, 1992. He was going off on something, and he said, God is simple, I am the mystery. And then I had to flip over my notebook and start scribbling that down. I wasn't going to lose that one. You have a lot of good stuff that came out of it. The reason I like that so much is because in pursuing our goal, it is possible to become estranged in systems. If you've ever seen a really good golfer can walk up, I'm not a good golfer, despite my own person imitation. A really good golfer can just walk up and almost looks out the cliffs, and 250 yards in that ball. I can get up and give it everything I got, and I'm going to make it to that little bush. It is possible to dissect things, to categorize things, to subdivide things so much that you're trying to figure it out so hard that you're not figuring anything out. Religion, philosophy, I guess I consider Freemasonry to be a philosophy. To be able to take that in should just be like drawing a deep breath. It should be simple, and we shouldn't try to overcomplicate it. There's a lot of good stuff that can come from Masonry, and there's a ton of reading that we can do, a ton of research that we can do on it. But don't work yourself out and miss out on the general purpose of it, is to become a better person. I say give me my working tools. We've all been through our Blue Lodge degrees. We know what they are. Give me the conventions of my lodge, which are brotherly love, relief, and truth. And lastly, most importantly to me, give me the cooperation and the support of able-bodied, like-minded people, just like all these people here. This is what Freemasonry draws from, is its own population. All of this can be done. There's a rough answer, there's a rough stone up there. And metaphorically, what we want to grow into is a perfect stone. A perfect stone, perfect as it is, really doesn't have a home until it has a purpose. To have a perfect stone sitting here as a paperweight. The perfect stone needs to be in a greater organization. It needs to be incorporated into something. have any questions for me? Questions, anybody? I'm going to get back to your questions, sir.
I noticed that in the book of Second Chronicles, it gives mention to Purim, Akir, and Purim of Abib. My question is, where did Hiram, the name Hiram, come from? Because when I read the Bible, is it just a translation that it says Purim? Abib, Purim of Akir? H-U-R-A-M instead of H-I-R-A-M.
I love being the new guy on the block because I can defer questions. Anyone? As I said, I'm a biblical amateur, and I'm in no way prepared to answer that. I wish I had a good answer for it. I do not. George?
I'm not prepared to answer in detail right now. I read it a couple of days ago, but it hasn't quite sunk all the way in. But according to an author I've recently been reading, he suggests that the biblical spelling of the name was modified to make Hiram fit in better to the fraternity. And if you like, I will give you a copy of that as soon as I get the transcript.
There you have it. Does anyone have any other questions?
I just have a comment. I don't know when or where I picked this up, but you talked about the amount of gold that was used in the temple.
Yes.
If you wear gold jewelry today, chances are that part of the gold in your ring was at one time in King Solomon's temple.
And I was actually going to bring that up. If you look at a permutation, what are the chances? Fairly good. Anyone else?
I have a question. Recently in Philly-Apis magazine, there was an article dealing with the trickery of the Masonic secrecy. The author suggested that the obligation of the first degree, which centers on secrecy, is to stimulate the individual not so much to learn the secrets, because according to this author, Masonry has none, but rather to emulate a biblical story in which the Israelis were tricked into making an alliance with a country they thought was far away, and then found out that they were actually neighbors that were on their to-be-conquered list. But they would not break that treaty because it was part of their honor. What are your feelings about Masonry not having secrets?
With the advent of the internet, I don't think that there are any secrets. If there were any secrets, if there were any, you certainly can't keep them any longer. I think that there are teachings that go along with Masonry, and are there details? Sure, there are details. And just to go right back to Paul Ermack again, I think that when you look for ritual work, how far do you walk, where do you turn, who do you talk to, what do you say, all of that's details. But in terms of the teachings of Freemasonry, I really don't feel that there are any. It's pretty flat out and plain for you.
But to take Paul Ermack's quote and modifying it a little bit, possibly we could say Masonry is simple. The way I apply it to my life becomes a mystery.
And everyone will apply it differently, depending on how you want to go with the organization.